So as the screen, as you go up in RPM, the speedometer closes in and turns red, and then it shows your miles an hour as well. But shit, I'm happy, man. I got this all set up. What up, YouTube? We got some new stuff to open up today. It's been a while since I've done a unboxing for some new gear for the channel. Like, I've gotten small stuff, but not enough to justify an unboxing, a first impression, all of that stuff. So stay tuned, man. Teaser is it'll be in the title. It's a new Formula wheel, so I can do those longer races without any issues. Stay tuned. All right, here is the box. You know, it was actually tough trying to decide on what wheel to buy. I ended up going with the Leoxz XGT. I guess my short list will be, there's a few on my short list. First one was the Conspit. I thought about the GT Neo from SimMagic. I thought about the Neo Hub. And I thought about Q Control Astra. So there were a few that I was considering, but ultimately we ended up here. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy cut open, and we'll just do the first impressions and check it out. I actually ordered it from US Sim Motion. I want to say earlier this week. It only took a couple days to get here. This is the company right here, US Sim Motion. Now, I've actually had my eye on Leoxz for a while now. Josh will tell you. And you know, the biggest thing is I wanted a wheel that was open-ended ecosystem, and that kind of was the main driving force behind getting this Leoxz wheel. Let's go ahead and get her opened up. All right. Being an open-ended ecosystem was the main driving force. I really try to get the Conspit 300 GT. You know, I want carbon fiber. I don't want plastic. I don't want carbon fiber reinforced plastic. I wanted something sturdy that would last. But man, this is nice. So I got the QR, the Moza QR. This is the nicest wheel I've ever owned, for sure, 100%. It's damn, super nice. All right, yeah, this is the wheel, the Leoxz XGT, 295 millimeters. It has RGB. It has RGB buttons right here. You can customize them. Some good rotary encoders. Some funky switches for up, down, left, right. It also clicks in. This is the nicest wheel I've owned. And the carbon fiber is nice. I remember looking at a Fanatec wheel in the past, and like the quality around the edges was really rough. Also has carbon paddles and shifters. We got stickers. cable right here. And we got tweezers. But so far, so good. Very impressed with it. Screws in right here. Shit, this is nice. So got it with the Moza QR. Doesn't snap like there it is. It doesn't snap like the original Moza, but I mean, we got a little display port right here, which I guess it doesn't matter too much because it's so small, but super nice wheel, man. Just a quick video. Let's get this thing set up and ready to roll. Yeah, it feels really, it's definitely on the smaller side, but that's okay. Smaller wheel means you feel more of what the wheel, feel more detail from the base, and quality is really nice. So stay tuned. We're gonna get this thing up and running and work our way to it. Man, so I'm getting ready to start learning getting it all set up. Still dealing with the camera cutting out in the middle of the recording, so that's why I'm kind of taking it easy and keeping the clips really short. But man, first impressions, it's really nice. Like I said, 295 millimeters, so it's a little small, but not like tiny. Cause Leoxz, they also have XF1, which is 275. That's the same size as the Fanatec stuff. The Moza FSR is 280, 28 inches or 28 centimeters, 280 millimeters, while this is 295. So it's almost the same size as my Turn Racing wheel, but it's super nice, man. I'm really excited to start mapping the buttons out and really get like all the stickers put on it, so I can do like longer races. Cause trying to drive in the dark with no RGB buttons, and my keyboard is messed up on my keyboard isn't lighting up anymore either. So I'm super excited to have this, guys. All right, now that it's kind of settled in what I actually have right here, what made me kind of go with this one? I was looking at the Conspit 300 GT, which is 300 millimeters, but it has like a small screen right here, and it has the inputs or whatever. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to wait. If that was my dream wheel, I would have waited. I've actually been eyeing Leoxz longer than before Conspit even came around. But it was really important to me to try to get something that was open-ended, that had RGB, and that had enough inputs so I could do endurance racing and just be that much more immersed. And it's definitely smaller than my old wheel. I mean, I'm not going to measure the exact weight of it, but it's definitely smaller. And it's really nice, and like I said, the carbon fiber around it is nice and smooth. You don't get the sense that it's gonna cut you. It's not like pencil thin. The only other wheel I would have, I almost bought a Moza GS, to be honest with you guys. I feel like it's a safe bet, and it will always sell easy with the R9. But this was around the same price, and I could take it with me, so why wouldn't I do that, right? So the coil cable fits in fine. It's nice and long cable. Might need to move my PC a little closer. But there it goes. I'm still getting power from the Moza, but once I plug this in, all our software will pop up and take her out for our first little drive. All right, so total we got 48 inputs. So I'll work on getting all of these set up. I'll probably do DRS over here, lights right here, pit limiter right here, brake bias, ABS, and you know, I'll work on getting all these colors set up. Now they do have a ton of different versions, and they got brightness as well. But you know, I'm super excited, man. Y'all don't know how long I've been wanting something like this for my especially being like open ecosystem. I don't know if ecosystem is a word. I can take this if I buy a VRS tomorrow, if I buy a SimMagic tomorrow. I mean, even if I wanted to, I could take this QR off and buy another QR. But this is my QR of choice. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it ready to go and do my first drive. But I'm super happy with it, man. Like I said, plenty of inputs. Looks good, super bright. We just gotta get the rev lights and stuff set up now. Alright, we're gonna do our first drive with the wheel. Camera a little busted, so keep it pretty short term. This wheel actually reminds me of the Corvette wheel. So we're driving the Corvette today. I meant to do nighttime, but clearly it's not dark out yet. But getting SimHub installed. Where are my rev lights? Be right back. But it feels much better than the turn wheel. Not that the turn wheel was bad. I forgot why my rev strips aren't working. Alright, I got my rev lights working. I'm not even close to mapping. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it says miles an hour right here. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's what the center dash does. Screen is tiny. But the screen, I'll get a close up of it right here. All right. So I got the rev lights working. This little screen doesn't do a whole lot. It'll try to compress the other files. But I'll add in a close-up of the screen right here. Anyway, alright, well I haven't found it yet. But back on track. So they got like SimHub here with all these different dashes. You know, it'll show you lap time and miles an hour and all that stuff, and it's not a big screen, like it's not at all, but it's pretty, like that's the original screen, that's a miles per hour, but the rev lights don't quite match up. All right, last thing before I don't think I shot this last night on this computer, on this camera. I might have shot it on my phone, but funny thing about this mini screen, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Just kind of playing around with SimHub. Got a long way to go, but I'm learning like what displays I want to try, and how to get the rev lights to always work and things like that. Um, I'm gonna show you a couple of them, a couple of the screens while the menu is paused and I got SimHub open, and then I'll actually show you guys SimHub through the computer. Um, so it's a little weird how SimHub works with the Leoxz. All right, check out SimHub real quick. So it's kind of weird, like I was saying. You have to download SimBridge. So normally, when you look for devices, you would do it here. Go to Add Device, and there's a lot of stuff I never even heard of that's on here. Obviously, some big ones: Ace, Asher. That's actually my dream wheel right there. Which, at some point, it ain't gonna be 2026 most likely. Um, and Peruvian Simtech, Cons Pit. Um, so I didn't buy this wheel for the screen. I didn't buy it for SimHub. Um, I thought Leoxz actually had their own software with that Formula Pro Elite V1 versus the V2. But I thought that they would have a. I thought that the wheel would be here, and since we scrolling through here, um, you know, Grid MPX, that's like a $800 wheel, $900 wheel. This is a very expensive wheel. Um, just off first impressions of this Leoxz XGT, I really don't see a need for something like this. And I know it's a reliability thing, and it's a cost thing, and it's a peace of mind thing, right? Um, and I'm not knocking any brands, because we know I've driven on that one, I've seen that one, and and I didn't feel like waiting in line for this one because I was the only person that was interested in checking it out. Um, but anyways, so that's a supported device, and actually the Simpson haptics are right here as well. So that's really surprising that the Leoxz isn't in here. But let's get back on track. You have to download SimBridge, and you go here, and this is actually where all the Leoxz stuff is at. XF1 Ultimate, and I'm not seeing the XGT Ultimate, but maybe it's all in here at once. So this is that screen that has just the speed and the dashboard, just the speed and kind of those lights that meet in the middle. While some of these other ones, I really would like to show the entire screen, but you know, I'll zoom in right here. Um, but yeah, they have some of these, like, it's hilarious how tiny this screen is. So it doesn't always make the most sense. Um, but they have some pretty cool ones on here, like Audi 599, Ford, Mobile. I'm actually kind of feeling this one or this one. Even though the words are small, like, I just want to know what gear I'm in. Um, and this doesn't have that available. And then I'm also looking at, I think it was Daniel Newman Racing. So and I hopped on this website for to get some LED profiles, but I still don't have that quite figured out. Um, it's a little more difficult to do because it's not a SimHub supported device. It's SimBridge within SimHub, so you just got to make extra steps. So I would keep that in mind. See if I can find the one I was really looking at though. Oh, generic RPMs. This is actually the one I wanna download. Meet in the middle and change the blue. Cause the one that I have, it's just slightly off. Um, the lights really wanna. You could be idling the engine, and like 3 or 4 lights will be on, even though I set it to um, so I got it on automatic. Even though you go in here and I have it set 10% to 100%, um, still not making a lot of sense to me. But I would want to have it green, purple, red, but on the outside. So like green, then it turns purple, and then when it's time to shift, red all across or blue all across. Um, but that's the last thing I meant to film that yesterday on the actual computer. I'm pretty sure I filmed it on my phone. Um, like I was saying, I was having camera trouble. But anyways, I'm about to do some more driving, so just had to add this in real quick. Here, it's really not a lot. It shows miles an hour, which actually helps for immersion if you want to run with no dash at all. Traction on 0. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Well, not even the gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed me checking out this new wheel. Stay tuned. We're gonna fully get this thing mapped and all of that from here. Apex Vision out.